Alright, so I'm here for my 9th match against Nick Watson. I'm co-commentating with Paddy Robinson.
How's it going, guys?
Yeah, so the league's almost over. This is the second last round.
Yep.
Yeah.
I dropped out after 4 rounds.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Because
I took my beatings and I went.
Well, I played you round 2, I think.
Round 3, I think. Yeah, round 3.
Okay.
And I definitely played like garbage upon watching. So this video series isn't useless. It's definitely got some creative content going on. And,
yeah. I guess we'll start with the deck lists. I'll do my deck first. I was playing Isaac Egan's Flash Pod Recurring Nightmare deck. Yeah, it's a bit of a monster, like 4 colours. I suppose I'll run through it now. We tried to talk about it earlier.
yeah.
But I'm
a little bit confused by what's going on here. I feel like if I was playing this deck, I would execute the loop and then die to mana burn or something, if that was still a thing. I can't figure out what goes on after you, like, Flash Hulk into play.
Yeah, well, it's pretty hard to
pick up
see the cards from text. Like
yeah, exactly. Like, I have to, like, just shuffle up and draw a hand and figure out what's going on. Yeah. I've seen him play it a bunch of times, though, and I think I follow what's going on, but I'm generally not... My brain doesn't quite work for these pod decks a lot of the time. Yeah. Even with Meliripod in Modern, I kind of struggle to see the kind of like wealth of lines.
Yeah, well, it's definitely got parallels with the Modern pod list.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a mid-range deck that's got some combo. Combo endgame.
Yeah. All right. So I suppose I'll start with the combo. He's got Protean Hulk. That's his 7 drop here, and then so he wants to get that into play and then kill it. So you go get 6 converted mana cost worth of dudes. So the first guy you get is Body Double, and you pair him with a Sacrifice Outlet, Carrion Feeder or Viscera Seer. The Body Double comes in, copies Protean Hulk, which is in your graveyard. You sacrifice your Body Double or Protean Hulk as he's copying to your Sac Outlet. Let's say it's this guy. And then you get another 6 converted mana cost worth of dudes from your deck into play, which is Revelark and Wild Cantor. Where is he? That sneaky little one drop.
Bottom.
Yeah. All colourful and stuff. Now, once you've got that, you can sacrifice the Revelark to your Sacrifice Outlet, bring back Body Double as a copy of Revelark, and you also bring back Wild Cantor after you've sacrificed it.
Yep.
So you can interchange Revelark and Body Double in and out of your graveyard, every time bringing back another 1 or 2 or less toughness guy, power guy,
this
i.e.
Wild
Cantor. So you get infinite mana. And then with infinite mana, you can do anything you want, really. Like, once you've stopped your loop, you can turn Body Double into a Protean Hulk, sacrifice the Protean Hulk, or Body Double. Have I lost you guys yet?
You've lost me, and I'm sitting next to you.
Anyway, so you go get another Protean Hulk trigger, which would be Eternal Witness.
Yep.
Where is he? In the 3 drops.
Yep.
And something else. This is going to be the longest deck tech ever.
Yeah, that's right.
So
you've actually covered all 60 cards in the deck. It's a 60-card combo.
Yeah, so bear in mind, you've got infinite mana, Eternal Witness comes in, returns a Protean Hulk from your deck to your hand, or the Body Double. You recast it.
Eat it again.
Go get any other dude you want. Probably the Red Cap here, Murderous Red Cap. And then
start looping Revelarks again. Yeah.
And you can infinite loop the Revelark Body Double, and every time bring back Murderous Red Cap and shoot him for 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Each time.
I feel like something's missing there, but I'm sure it all works out when we watch the games.
Yeah, anyway. That's what you do. I understand when I've got the cards in my hand, it's just hard to articulate. That's the word. Yeah. So aside from that, because you're not always going to draw Flash Protean Hulk together, he's got a few other ways to get his combo off. So, where is he? Academy Rector.
Yeah, it's 4 drops.
4 drop.
Top of the 4 drops.
Yep. So he's a dude that you can pot it into, or you can... Yep, and then you can sacrifice him, go get an enchantment from your deck and put it into play, and the most commonly found enchantment is Pattern of Rebirth. It's an obscure little aura from Urza's, whatever's that.
It was it's Urza's Destiny. It was very powerful back in the day. It's like
really?
Rector Rebirth was a standard combo deck.
Really? I didn't know.
Yeah, back in the day when I was like 13 years old.
Cool. Anyway, so ideally you've got another dude in play. Well, you have to, otherwise you wouldn't go for it. So then you can sacrifice the dude that's been patterned, and that gets the Hulk, and then you can sack the Hulk, and you're off.
So there's a whole bunch of ways to go and get Hulk into play and get into the graveyard.
He's got a natural order as
natural
well.
to get Hulk. And
you can just pod up the chain.
All the way up the chain.
Yeah, he's got Dryad Arbor at 0, a few mana guys at 1 to also accelerate and fix his mana.
Actually, surprisingly, there's only two drops.
Yeah. So
it's an interesting birthing pod list.
Yeah, so Cobra and Stoneforge Mystic.
Yeah. Both powerful cards.
Yeah, like Cobra's worse than just like a 1-cost mana guy, but he fits the pod chain role.
Yeah, exactly. He's in the pod chain. He fixes your crazy colors because it takes his 4 colors.
Yeah, and he can get clamped and die.
Yeah,
which is very useful.
Yeah.
Stoneforge Mystic is another one of his points.
Yeah. Surprised there's no Wall of Roots in this deck, to be honest.
Yeah,
well, I guess like excess of green mana is probably not that useful.
Yeah, Lotus Cobra fits the role too.
Yeah, that's true. It does act like that.
Yeah.
And there's no Court of Calling in here, is there?
No, there's not. No.
Okay.
And at 3, you've got Witness, and then the modern wannabe, or not one.
No, the modern
powerhouse.
Yeah. That's so good.
Kitchen Finks or Trinket Mage.
Yep. Trinket Mage acts like another Stoneforge Mystic. Goes hit your clamp.
Yep, you clamp. Get him the clamps.
That's right. Clamps.
And he's only got 2 4-drops in Rector and Redcap.
Yeah, so it's a sparse pod chain, really.
Yes, it is. Yeah. But gets the job done.
Yeah, exactly.
At 6, he's got one cool engine. That's his. Not bad to flash in too. If you like turn 2.
Yeah, you turn 2 flash it in and just have 2 3/3s.
Yeah, and definitely wipe out an aggro deck.
Yeah, exactly. That seems really good against Zoo or whatnot.
Yeah, and 7's Prody Hulk and 8's Woodfall Primus.
Another good flash creature.
That guy is brutal to flash in.
Assist that guy back.
Yeah, and I haven't accentuated enough how much of a Skull Clamp deck this is actually as well.
Yeah, well, any deck with Skull Clamp in it is a Skull Clamp deck.
Yeah, like Stoneforge Mystic, Trinket Mage, plenty of tutors for Trinket Mage or Stoneforge Mystic.
And 1,000 1 mana creatures.
And then just so many 1 toughness guys in these little mana guys. And he's got green fetches for Dryad Arbor. Where's the Dryad Arbor? Just there?
Yep, there he is.
Yeah.
I hate that artwork of Dryad Arbor.
Oh, me too. Yeah. And he's got some utility and Mental Misstep and Thought Season.
Yeah. So, I mean, just like the modern Malira pods and Kiki pod decks, like, it has this mid-range kind of fallback plan, which can also be, plan 1.5. You kind of put pressure on them as a mid-range deck and force them to react there and then combo in their face.
Yeah.
Also, this has got way better nut draws. Obviously, you can just turn to Hulk them and they die.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
You can just go, oops, I win.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I suppose we've been going on for ages about this deck. I'll wrap it up with the points. So, Skull Clamp is 1.
Yep.
And then, I'm going to find him amongst those 1-drops. There it is. And then he's got Emazara's Jide as his second piece of equipment.
Yep. Stoneforge Mystic.
Stoneforge Mystic is another point.
Flash
in the 2-drops. Yep. Down there.
Yep.
He's got Protean Hulk as 1 point.
Yep.
And Mystical Tutor is 2 points.
There we go.
Yeah, and that goes and finds Flash.
Yeah, Mystical Tutor to go get Flash.
Source of Plowshares.
Yeah, pretty much on it.
Yeah, Abrupt Decay.
It gets Flash.
Yes, it gets Flash. Yeah. So I've changed the sorting here so we can see his sideboard.
Yep.
He's got a bit of anti-control or anti-islands, Carpet of Flowers and Choke. You have to look up Carpet of Flowers yourself. Oh, we could just explain it.
You
knew what it was.
I do know what it was. Yeah. I used to play around this time. The Carpet of Flowers is an enchantment that adds, at the beginning of your main phase, if you haven't added mana to your pool this turn with Carpet of Flowers, you can add X mana of any one color, where X is the number of islands your opponent controls. So if they have, you play on turn 1 and they have 2 or 3 islands, you just, have your own Aladamri's Vineyard, which is another obscure card that you might not know about. Using obscure cards to explain obscure cards is definitely...
It's very Stephen Campbell-ish.
That's right. Channeling my inner Stephen. Yeah. You've had him on the show, right?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Alright, so and then a few Silver Bullets, Extract. There it is, Fairy Macabre. Yep. Some anti-artifact and enchantment kill with Harmonic Sliver, Quasai Primage.
That's right, yeah.
A bit of Graveyard Hate.
Scavenging
Ooze. And then he's just got some value dudes like True Name.
A.K.A. Moat.
Yeah, or not dudes but cards. Putrefy, Path to Exile.
Putrefy's an interesting choice.
Yeah, Leonardo Veil's more against control as well.
Surprised he hasn't chosen
Indicate. I know. Putrefy, like, you'd think sideboards you've got every card in Magic to work with.
Yeah, Putrefy's an interesting choice. I wonder why it's not Vindicate. I guess the instant speed a factor. But
we can kill a time bolt instant speed.
Yeah, I guess it's the thing.
There's lots of things.
That is the thing. Yeah.
I'd have to ask Isaac directly.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure he has his reasons.
I mean, yeah, it's not like he didn't think about Vindicate. He's chosen his deck because he has.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on.
Yeah, we've spent plenty of time on this.
Ages. Yeah. Let's move on to Nick's deck.
So we're here with Nick Watson's deck. Nick's ported Wolfie Horrig's Kurgan list. Kurgan is like the Highlander bug control deck, basically. And Kurgan is the bad guy in the movie Highlander.
Which I haven't seen.
You haven't seen that movie? No. Alright, well that's where the joke comes from, so I'm told.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's a bug control deck, base blue, bunch of planeswalkers, bunch of blue power cards, so it has Ancestral Visions. That's not really that power. I thought it was Ancestral Recall. Whatever it is.
That's in there.
There's A-Call. Yeah, sweet. No worries. Yeah, so there's A-Call. A-Call's 4 points. He has Merchant Scroll to go get A-Call, which is another point. What else does he have? Does he have like Force of Will and Drain? Yeah, so
yes, he does, yeah.
Force of Will, Mana Drain, and that's the blue points package, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah,
so you spend all... most of your points on Ancestral Recall and then a bunch of cards to supplement that blue control strategy. And so he's just, it's a set of kind of usual suspects: Jace the Mind Sculptor, Recall, Brainstorm, bunch of counterspells, Counterspell, Cryptic Command, Daze,
V-Click.
Yeah, where are the creatures? Yeah. Creatures are all the way over here. Yeah. So you Snapcaster Mage, V-Click, True Name Nemesis, Venser.
Yeah, I call it the blue. Like
the blue package.
Blue shell.
Yeah, there's like 20 cards in that blue shell that are all pretty ubiquitous. Yeah. So then he supplements with some value guys like Thragtusk, Shriekmaw. A cool old card, Pernicious Deed, which if you haven't had a chance to play with it, it's a pretty powerful card.
Yeah.
This won a whole bunch of power over a year or so.
It had a few points added to it.
Yeah, that's right.
This deck
it's got Merchant Scroll pointed, right?
Maybe it could have. Yeah, I know it got Library of Alexandria got an extra point because of this deck.
Yeah, because you're just free rolling it.
Yeah. Caracas was very powerful in this deck. Yeah, and because of
bouncing V-Click and Venser. Yeah. Sure. Does it have Riptide Lab? Because that's one of my favorite Magic cards.
I'm not sure.
Where are the lands? Here they are. Riptide Laboratory. Yeah, sweet. So this land. This returns target wizard you control your owner's hand, which is pretty great with Snapcaster Mage, V-Click, Venser. You can basically just like soft lock them with Venser. Yeah. I remember doing that at the PDQ once. So.
Could you? So it returns a wizard. So can you return yourself to your hand?
I don't know.
Back into your hand.
It's some kind of collapsing on itself, kind of like singularity kind of paradox there.
Like Vampire Hunter D, just like suck yourself.
Yeah, sure. I haven't seen that movie, so I have no idea what you're talking about, but it's fine. We'll go with that.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, so if you look at this deck holistically, basically it's lots of very good, efficient 1-for-1s.
Yep.
And then it has the draw engine of Ancestral Recall and Shooters.
And Ancestral
Visions to power out the card advantage,
if any of you ever played with Ancestral Visions properly before, like that format we can play 4 of them, the general game plan is you suspend it, and then you just trade 1-for-1 until it comes off suspend, and then suddenly you have 3 cards ahead of your opponent, and the game's basically done.
And generally all your 1-for-1s you save on mana.
Yeah, exactly. You're at least getting mana parity on them, and it's got all the standard moves. It's got a bunch of free spells as well. It's got Snuff Out, which is a lovely free
Force of Will.
Spell. Yeah, Force of Will. What else we got?
Mental Misstep.
Yeah, Misstep, Daze.
Yeah.
All these cards let you trade efficiently on mana.
Yeah.
And it's got some cool cards like Mystical Teachings, a block constructed powerhouse.
Yeah, Nick mentioned it felt like the Sphinx's Revelation of the deck.
Oh, well, I mean, if anyone's ever played with Mystical Teachings before, Mystical Teachings was Revelation before Revelations existed. Where you did, rather than gaining drawing 7 cards and gaining 7 life, you just fetched up Tendrils of Corruption and gained 9 life when you killed your opponent's creature, and then you flashback Teachings for another Teachings.
Man, and
went wild.
Format,
Yeah, Time Spiral block. Yeah. It's good fun.
Nick told me that this was just the only list he could find of Wolfie's, so I'm sure it's not Wolfie's latest build.
Oh, well, Wolfie was playing Steam Machine for the first half of the league, and then we decided that was folly.
Yeah, well, this list could be as old as 2 years.
Yeah, that's true. It's got some modern things. It's got a Hero's Downfall, so it's been updated.
Okay.
It's been updated. One card, it's alright.
Yeah, alright.
It's okay. So it can't be that old.
Yeah. Born of Gods is the latest printing as of this.
Yeah, that's right.
This deck.
Got a date. It's the 7th of April, 2014.
So in his sideboard, it's interesting. He's got Goyf in the board, so I suppose he doesn't want to make anyone's removal a 1-for-1 with him pre-board.
Yeah, I mean, all those other creatures kind of, they have an effect, they have influence before they get killed. So, Venta bounces something, Thragtusk, does a million things, as you're probably well aware. Yeah, whereas post-sideboard, when he needs to gum up the board, and people have taken out removal spells, he gets to bring in stuff like Tarmogoyf.
Yeah, exactly. And
a Mighty Man.
Yeah, Mental Misstep in the board, interesting.
Yep. Yeah, you were saying that's unusual.
Yeah. There's not many decks in the format where this would be really bad. There's my Scale Shift deck.
Maybe he's heavily metagaming against you. That's actually something you would do.
It is.
Heavily metagaming against yourself.
Oh, I can't play this one card because it's bad in this one matchup.
That's right.
Toxic Deluge, that's cool. That's from the Commander 2013.
That card's very powerful.
It is, yeah.
Very, very powerful. I haven't cast it yet, but it seems very, very good.
Yeah, it kills a Trim Name.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's also Sylvan Library in this sideboard, which is a card that I like a lot.
Oh, against any deck that's not pressuring your lifetime.
Yeah, exactly. Just pay 8.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Pay 8 and have another copy of Ancestral Recall, basically.
Yeah, that's another commander card.
Strix is another card I really like.
Yeah, just like value against the aggro decks.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
sweet. I think we should. Yeah, we've covered these well and truly.
Yeah, it's probably been an hour in or so. Yeah, I'm gonna have a
fun time editing.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good bit, man. The game's magic.
You like the deck?
I do like talking about this.
Yeah, I suppose. That's where the knowledge is, really, and the games are kind of...
Yeah, I guess. The game's like... From game to game, like, the weird things happen, and it's not really... you can... If you play 4 games or 5 games, it's not guaranteed that like there's going to be a bunch of interesting games.
Yeah.
But the deck's always interesting, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, let's do it.
Sweet.